Food supply when self-isolating. That is our topic today. Hello, Amanda.
Hi, Gia.
Welcome today. We're going to be talking about what happens when you self-isolate, because really the truth is, with everything that happened with COVID, things are going to look different this winter. So even with a cold or flu, people are going to probably self-isolate. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So I guess we're just going to ask Amanda a few questions about, and she's going to share with us some tips about what sort of food and what we can do in times like this.
Yeah, well, we're certainly in uncertain times, aren't we, at
Absolutely.
the moment? So, yeah, what do we do to make sure we've got nutritious food for 2 weeks? And I guess I want to make it clear that I'm not talking about panic buying and going out and buying large quantities of food, then storing it away in your freezer or cupboard and not using it. It's more about just buying a little bit extra of the foods that you normally use and that your family enjoys, and still using it like you normally would, but replacing it when you go to the shops next.
That's
and that
a great tip.
Yeah, so that way you've got enough food, a little bit extra to last you those 2 weeks if you were to need to go into self-isolation.
Okay, so what tips have you got with what type of foods we can buy that do last the 2 weeks?
Yeah, so that's what I've got here, some foods that last a bit longer. So it's important to still buy fresh fruit and veggies, and I've got here the ones that will last a bit longer. So we've got bananas, citrus, apples, pear, grapes. They're likely to last 2 weeks. You've also got, with veggies, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, potatoes.
They do actually last a bit longer.
They do. Sweet potato, carrot, as well as pumpkin as well will last 2 weeks. The other thing is, don't forget about your canned and frozen vegetables as well, and legumes and beans too, because they're a great option. They're nutritious, as well as canned and frozen fruit and dried fruit as well.
Yes.
So they, of course, last a long time. The other thing is some healthy grains and cereals. So
because they can last in the cupboard for a year or so.
Yeah, that's right. So things like rolled oats, pasta, rice, quinoa, couscous, that sort of thing. Make sure you've got some of that in your cupboard as well. The other thing is buy an extra loaf of bread or some wraps and put it in the freezer for that second week.
Yeah, that's a great idea, because bread, if you're isolating for 2 weeks, you can put bread in the freezer and just bring it out and put it in, in a toaster.
Yeah,
you're done.
Exactly. Then the other thing is dairy and dairy alternatives. So, of course, you can buy the UHT milks. Also, just looking at those that have longer expiry dates as well. So, yeah, these are some of the foods that last a long time and good to stock up on. The other thing is you can plan out some of your meals for 2 weeks and then make a shopping list, so you know exactly what you need to buy.
That's a great idea. Yes, planning your meals for the 2 weeks.
That's right, and check what you actually have so that you're only buying what you need.
That's a great idea.
The other thing that's really good is to make some double batches. So if you're making, say, soup or a curry or something like that for dinner, make double and freeze half.
That's a great idea.
You've got it for another time. The veggies will last longer as well because they've been frozen.
So you're still getting your fresh veggies, but they're frozen, come out. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda. They are great tips. Don't panic buy. That is what we're trying to say. Just plan ahead, and you know what? Hopefully we will be well and no one will have to do this. But next time we'll have some more tips. We'll see you then. See you, Amanda.